You, what up, though? It's your man, DJ Caveman, back again with, of course, the one and only DJ IronMonkey. And you know what time it is. It's Sunday night. The sunglasses is on. That means it's time to talk about some sports shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's good, man? How was your week?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was kind of a weird week, but, starting to take care of some things on the home front. Seeing that they're pumping a lot of back-to-school commercials make me feel like it's about to be September, not August. But, just watching the Olympics, finally caught up on the Olympic highlights with Kevin Hart and Keenan Thompson. This shit is funny as fuck.
I haven't watched any of those yet, man. I got to check those out.
Listen, it's funny as fuck. All right. They even had like a couple of other little things. We'll probably talk about it later on in the podcast, but I like the fact that they show other sports, kind of like how we kind of talk about other sports, even though we're in the Olympic cycle right now. So, but other than that, just spend some time with my father, had conversations with my son, and my daughter dropped a new song.
Dope.
So, yeah. So, yeah, she goes by Ms. MZ Dreams. So, Ms. Dreams.
Oh yeah, I heard the track earlier. I listened to it, man. It's pretty solid, bro.
Yeah, come to find out. Remember how we was kind of talking offline about her boyfriend? I'm not gonna say his name or like his family lineage, but they ended up breaking up back in March.
Ah, boo.
I know.
Everything happens the way it's supposed to.
Nah, she told me the reasoning, and I was like, "Hey, you made an executive decision."
Hey, listen,
that's what it's
called. What you gotta do, right? Hey, shout out to the homie Mike Thrasher in the chat. He's on the Facebook.
Oh, Thrasher.
What up, Thrash?
Hey, I was talking to well, he doesn't go by Lamar anymore, but I was talking to Lamar the other day. Rob Lamar, me and him had an actual phone conversation.
Oh, word.
Yeah. He's a truck.
To the guy formerly known as Robert Lamar.
Yeah.
I had a pretty hot week, man. Like, this weather's been crazy, and when you're outside for your job, slanging these packages and all the moistness. Let's just say it was uncomfortably moist all week for me. To the point where, like, the other day, I just came home and went to bed at like 7. And then I woke up at like 4 o'clock the next day. So I got a whole night's sleep and shit. You know what I mean? Just off the sunlight. But yeah, man, it's Olympic time still. So, I've been watching this shit.
I love Olympics, man.
Listen, I got the Peacock, and I get up early and watch this shit at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, so I can watch it live. Because I hate like now, like back in the day, it didn't really matter, right? Because you just watch the replays. But now that there's so much access to the sports while they're happening, like I already know who won the 100-meter men's final. It happened at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh no, I watched it. I watched it live. I was like cleaning and cooking. Oh, it was an event. Oh my goodness, that shit was exciting. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
They're replaying it in prime time like it's brand new. And that shit just makes me mad. So I get up early and I watch the shit. So I already know.
Even back in the day, when they used to show the replay, like you said, it was tough trying to avoid like people talking about it or being on the radio or on the news flash. Like you could like go outside and not have CNN headline news broadcasting like all the results. So like when you go back inside, you could watch it fresh. But now with social media and all the apps and all the alerts and, it's just tough. So now it's like, all right, I already know the result. I just want to see like the build up. I want to see the whole pageantry.
Oh yeah. I already watched it because the race is on. I was at work, but the race is already on Instagram Reels and shit. So, but there's still lots more racing left to go. Still got to rock with Gabby Douglas and what's her name there, Sydney McLaughlin.
Gabby Douglas, isn't that?
Not Gabby Douglas. Gabby Thomas. I always
yeah,
fuck
that's
her. Gabby Douglas was the gymnast chick.
yeah.
Gabby Thomas.
Gabby Thomas. Okay.
Yeah. 200-meter sprinter. From New England. She's from like Peabody or some shit.
Oh, you call it Peabody? Yeah, me and homegirl had a big discussion about that. It's Peabody to me, but yeah, it's Peabody.
Yeah, locally it's Peabody, man. It's like Worcester. It's not Worcester.
Yeah, and it's Waltham, and it's Waltham, not Waltham. It's Waltham. I had a whole education on how to pronounce things. Boston, Massachusetts wise.
Hey man, it's important to know. It's like, you know, people who put the S on the end of Illinois.
Oh, Illinois.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You gotta know, like most of the streets in Detroit are named after French. They're like French words.
So it's a buffet, not Buffett. So it's Jimmy Buffet.
I mean, that's a last name. That's how he.
No, but it's a Buffett. No, we're going to the Buffett. Where you going to the Buffett? The fuck you going? Oh, you know where we eat a lot of food. What a buffet.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. That's why they say like English language is one of the toughest languages. Like it's just a lot of weirdness that we just grow up with.
Yeah, silent letters and all the like. But
yeah.
So anyway, Gabby Thomas is who I'm looking forward to watching. And my man Quincy Wilson might run the prelims on like the 4x4 or something like that.
Yep.
Right now the medal count. Now that
USA is smoking.
Now that track has started, we're pretty much going to win all the rest of the medals. 71 total right now. 19 gold, 26 silver, 26 bronze.
Like 91 total, right?
71. 71. So there's still a lot more events left. What's been your favorite so far?
The ping pong is interesting because apparently they have guys versus girls. It's non-gender. It's weird. And then they have the mixed doubles. That one's been exciting to watch. I don't really know the end result of them all. I just like watching the match. The fencing has been good. It's weird as fuck. When you see some of the people fencing and some of their techniques, it's like, wait, that's illegal? You could do that shit? Track is always a solid one. The swimming has been good. The bike race that they had earlier today, the road race, that one was good. Where the American, because I was watching that shit live, and I was like, oh shit! And she's like 20 seconds down, and then she was pushing it, and then she kept pushing it and pushing it, and I was like, oh shit, she might win, and she just kept pushing. I was like, nice. This is the Olympics that I love. When somebody is on the cusp of it and they push, you know?
Yeah, they had in the men's race, I think the guy had to get a whole new bike. Like his bike just like failed him. He was like, give me the other bike, give me the other bike, give me the other bike. Hopped on that bitch and still won.
Mm-hmm.
Changing bikes.
Yeah.
So
see, because there's so many sports, like we're gonna talk about some more later on, but there's so many sports. Because of Peacock, you can now go back and rewatch it and not know about the results because they're really only flashing the highlights of like some of the flashy sports like swimming, track and field, usually when America does something of note. So other than that, you know, I could go and watch like the shooting competition. I could go back and watch some of the other, like even with the what's it, the kayak? That's another one.
The canoe or the kayak, there's like two.
Yeah, where they're white water racing.
Oh yeah, down the rapid. Yo, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness. See, I don't know the results of that. So now I could go back and rewatch it and be like, oh shit, you know, and go back and watch because I don't even think rhythmic gymnastics happened yet.
No, they're still doing individual apparatuses, and then I think rhythmic gymnastics is after that.
Yeah, breakdancing I think starts Wednesday on the 8th, 9th or some shit like that.
Word.
So there's still some other sports coming up. Oh yeah.
So far my favorite stories to come out of out of the Olympics so far is obviously the contract killer from Turkey.
It's not Turkey. It's pronounced different. They asked to be pronounced differently. I was waiting to see if you caught on to it.
I didn't hear that part, and it's spelled Turkey. So unless they spelling it different,
they are spelling it different. It's like Turkinia. Right.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Turkiya. That's the new pronunciation. Turkiya. You got to see the way that they spell it, because even when you see Homeboy shirt, it's spelled differently. It's Turkiya now. They're trying to rebrand, and they're doing the Olympics as a launch.
Okay, fuck it, Turkiya. Either way,
Turkiya.
That motherfucker is definitely like a contract killer or something. Because he just, it's like, I feel like he just got out of his car and like was like, can I validate my parking? Like they called him, he was on the way to go to a barbecue with his family, and they were like, hey, we need you. So-and-so got hurt. We need another shooter. And he was like, let me see if my wife can get the kids from school. What time it start? 2:30. All right, let me see. I'll call you back.
He looked like he just so happened to be on vacation in France. Something happened, and he was in the restaurant, and he got the call. You know the old school call in the movies where they bring the phone to you?
They bring the phone.
Excuse me, sir. You have a call. Huh? What? Uh-huh. I told you I'm not doing this shit no more.
Right.
With my family. Uh-huh. How much? All right, hold on. All right, bye. Yeah. I'll be right back. They had a car waiting outside for him and everything.
Yeah, I gotta go do this thing. It's gonna take me like maybe 2 hours. And
did you hear the story? And I didn't do the research, and that's why I'm not really pushing it right now. Did you hear the real story?
There's a few different stories out there about why he started shooting, but I don't trust any of it.
Yeah, neither do I, because it's just too.
The sites are questionable. That's why I'm just making up my own story. It's
yeah, me too.
That way. Like this guy was just like you said, he was probably vacationing, and they were like, who can we call that's like close by that could get there right now?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh,
the red phone rings.
Yeah.
They bring the red phone.
He was so nonchalant with it too. Like he was like, oh, put a hand in pocket. All right, cool. Bang.
That's the best part.
Only thing that would have made it better is if he would have like in between shots, like took a drag from a cigarette.
Oh yeah.
Or like had a beer in his hand or something like.
You know what? Too like we're gonna get to our top 10. Actually, our top 5 sports that we would want to see in the Olympics. If they ever had duck hunt, and I see this motherfucker walk through the door, I'm like, nah, fuck this shit. Nah, hell no, hell no, nah. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up like homegirl in that boxing match.
Yo, that was
like hell no.
The other story that had America gripped by the nutsack all week.
Literally and figuratively.
literally and figuratively. Sometimes it just comes out, and I ain't even think about it like that. I just said the words, you know.
Yeah. That's what makes it funnier.
That's what makes it funnier, right? And I'm too old to pause people, so whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, the lady, I can't remember her name, Amina. This is why I'm bad at research. But anyway.
Yeah, because even though we talked about the guy from Turkey,
we didn't even say his name and shit.
We didn't even say his name because if anything, it's like Beetlejuice. We don't want to say his name, and then he just pops up, start knocking on your door like he got to serve you papers. Imagine that's the DoorDash motherfucker come knocking at your door, or you get a Lyft and an Uber, and that's your driver. Like, hey, yo, hold on, nah, this is not the same picture that I saw in the app. Nah. Well, I'm just driving for my wife. She doesn't feel good, so I figured I'd just stand in for. Nah, the last time you stood in, nah. I don't know about this. I get out of here.
His name is Yusuf Dikek.
Yeah.
Dikec.
That puts some respect on his name. Yeah, you did that cold turkey. You didn't even try on the side like take off the mic here for a second.
Nah, I ran that live. That's what happens when you on live podcast radio.
Raw dogging this motherfucker's name and shit.
Yo, that's a weird term, like raw dogging. Like you
Yeah,
can't just like in my brain it has one meaning. So when
yes.
people use it out of
In casual
context,
terms.
yeah, like yeah, I was raw dogging that traffic today. You know what I mean? Like no, that's not how you use the
Look,
word.
oh wait, my favorite one is oh man, it's raining outside. I don't have an umbrella or raincoat. I guess I'm gonna just raw dog it. What?
What does it even mean? I did watch a thing called Skibbity Toilet that we can talk about offline. This shit is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. But it's not
Yeah, the
sports
name
related.
alone. Yeah, please.
It's
Yeah,
not sports related,
that.
so I'm gonna curb it. But Yusef Daikic.
We're gonna go with that. Just say it with confidence.
Yeah,
Says, yeah, that's his name.
that's his name. Contract killer
Con-
extraordinaire.
from
Um,
Turkey.
from Turkey.
Say it right, or else he'll be knocking at your door with your DoorDash. You got your tater tots with a side of a Glock.
Right.
I didn't order that.
So
Mm-hmm.
back to the boxing. Algerian
Mm-hmm.
boxer Imaine Khalif is her name.
It's her name.
It's her name. And earlier in the week, she was in a boxing match with an Italian lady, and she basically just hit the chick hard and made her quit.
47 seconds into the match.
She hit her with like a smooth right to the fucking face. Yeah, type of shit that tucked her chin in for her, and she was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this shit."
I think she broke her nose too.
Yeah, of course she did. She was like, "There's no." So then she's out there just spilling rumors. There's no way that a chick hit me this hard. This is the hardest I've ever been hit ever.
Mm-hmm. I didn't lose. I got cheated.
Yeah, she was on.
I didn't quit. I got cheated.
Yeah. So that started the whole controversy about Imaine Khalif being possibly a transgender boxer, which was quickly dispelled, but not before the interwebs got hold of it and turned it into like
but you do have to admit they do have mannish features. Like they look like their brother. Like, nah, I can't fuck with you, man. You look like your brother.
some chicks are just ugly.
I'll let you say that part, but yes, that's what I was getting at.
Or they got hard bodies, hard faces, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? That's your genetic makeup. So
just because I'm not pretty don't mean that I can't punch you the fuck out.
Right? And she's not. I mean, she got 9 losses on her record, so it's not like she ain't been beat before. So somebody else was able to take that punch, you know, and punch her harder. You know what I mean? But then you got. But like we were talking about offline, man, like
they just knew how to weave a little bit better than you. Yeah.
So anyway, now she's definitely like clinched an Olympic medal. We don't know which one it's going to be yet, but she's definitely guaranteed to get a medal after all that controversy.
There was a section of the internet that was just running with the rumor without doing any research because yes, that person did fail a test where their testosterone levels was a little bit higher, especially in boxing. Boxing is a sport where you're actively trying to avoid getting punched in the face while trying to punch somebody else in the face. It's not like baking. It's not a bake-off where it's more gentle and it's non-contact. And especially if you're making a souffle, you're going to want to deal with certain tones. It's not that. It's boxing. It's like football. You're going to get hit regardless of what it is. So, yeah, your testosterone is going to be high. So that person had, and that person had a. Oh, what, the Italian? Oh, yeah, the Italian bird wasn't ready for none of that smoke. Hell no.
She wasn't ready.
She was a Fiat going up against a Range Rover. Like, come on now. If you're going head on as a Fiat against a Range Rover, you can't cry that the Range Rover is bigger than you. It hits harder.
Yeah, she's apparently having a good Olympics. You know what I mean? So like, You know, and it's like I was gonna say, like we were saying offline, like everybody knows at least one like brolic ass chick in their neighborhood, one of their sister's friends, some chick in school that used to bully everybody.
Chambray. She's cool now. She got kids. She's tame now.
Shout out to James Cartwright in the chat on Facebook.
Nika Taylor's another one. No, because it's like, yo, because then people be like, yo, I'm gonna get my cousin. Yeah, keep talking your shit. I'm gonna get my cousin, and I come to find out your cousin's homegirl. Like, nah, I'm not doing this. Nah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm good.
Yeah, everybody knows the one brolic chick that be fighting dudes. You know what I mean? She
knocking them the fuck out.
Yeah, she good at all the sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She can almost dunk. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think I've ever seen Shannon Perry get in a fight, but I just never fucked around with her because I know she had cousins. But you know, like I had no reason to get froggy with her.
Shout out to Imaine Khalif. I'm glad that she was able to bounce back after this bullshit controversy, and you know, keep it moving.
Knock that Italian bird out. Make her quit 47 seconds into the match.
Yeah, that's rough work. You train for 4 years to walk out the ring the first time you take a shot to the face. Who knows what they're gonna? She's not gonna. I mean, I don't know. How does that happen when she goes back to Italy? You know what I mean? Like, she's definitely not gonna be like a hometown hero. But you never know.
Nah, you know what? That's like when the bully gets knocked out. They lose their fear. You know, their fear factor.
I'm all, you know me. I'm sometimes about the conspiracy theories.
Okay, here we go.
What if the Italian chick was really like the bully in her town, and then that's how she got on the Olympic team, because they were like, we got to send her because she's the best fighter in the village or whatever, and she go to the Olympics and met a bigger bully.
That's it. Them people in your village was punching like pillows. That's it.
Right.
You know, there's a racist Italian joke in there. I'm just not gonna fish out. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's what maturity. That's what maturity brings. You recognize it in advance.
The 100-meter men's final, we touched on it. I definitely want to shout out Noah Lyles. Some Florida boys are fast. My boy Fred. Fred with the bronze. This is the first time that 8 people ran a sub-10 100 meters in the history of the Olympics.
I thought homeboy from Botswana was going to be a threat. Him and the dude from South Africa.
Everybody in that race was a threat. When you figure that, like, Noah Lyles ran 9.79 or 9.78 change. The kid from Jamaica ran 9.79 point something, just slightly slower. Fred ran 9.8. Like
even
last
shout out to
dude. Just to put it into
perspective.
So the last place dude ran 9.91 seconds, which is super fast, right? Carl Lewis won the 1988 Olympics with a 9.91 seconds. Just to put it into perspective of how great Carl Lewis was and how fast this field is. But
they were saying it was a fast track too, anyways.
Yeah, it's a fast surface. They kept mentioning there was no wind.
No wind. So it's no.
Noah Lyles got out. He got out slow, but that kid has so much top end speed, man. He reminds me of like Carl Lewis, who wasn't the greatest starter in the world, but just had very high top end speed.
See, even when the Jamaican ran, even when the Jamaican Thompson ran, like he didn't put his head down like everybody else did. Like he had his head up the whole time, and when he came out the gate, he had his head up. It was weird, like the way he ran the race. But yeah, like even shout out to the Italian guy, because even though we were shitting on the Italian bird on the other side of the boxing match.
Oh, last year's the last Olympic champion.
Yeah, Marcel. What's it, Jacob? Marcel Jacob.
Marcel Jacob. Yeah. He's on that sprint. He's on that sprint series on Netflix.
Yeah,
seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, give him a shout out because he has the same name as my son.
And he ran fast. That's the thing. Like, you finished last at the Olympics and you ran 9.9. Like, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, it's not like you ran slow. It's not like you had a bad race. You just
wasn't fast enough.
It was a photo finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, separated by thousands.
That was a great finish, though. That was a great match. I want to see if he goes for the double when he runs the 200.
Oh,
when was that? Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. He's definitely trying to double. No allowance. He's actually trying to win 4 gold medals. He's been lobbying to try to get on the 4x400 meter team, but his fastest 400 meters is not fast. So you know,
sit this one out there, champ.
You know, you're not going to get 4 gold medals. But I definitely think he's going to get 3. I think he's the favorite to win the 200 meters. That's his original discipline. And you know, I think the Americans are going to win the 4x1. And that world record might go down too, because they might have to break a world record to win. But on the women's side, there's a lot of people pulling out from Jamaica.
Yeah.
They're hurt or like some real funny shit happens. I guess they wouldn't let them in because so many athletes are staying at hotels instead of staying in the village. But I guess they changed some sort of rule, which sounds like suspicious to me, that you, in order to get in the venue gates, you have to be in the village to get on the bus type shit. So she didn't show up. She had to withdraw because she wasn't gonna make it.
That's why.
They were like, oh, you gotta walk all the way around. It was like mad far to walk, and then like,
yeah.
So I don't know. Like, there's a lot of that stuff. They're doing a pretty. Sharika's hurt. She was probably the only real threat from Jamaica in the 200. So that actually could be an American sweep in the 200 meters for the women.
All right.
Sha'Carri finished. Sha'Carri took home the silver. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. She had a good race. She lost to where's she from?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Yeah, the runner from St. Lucia.
Yeah, first medal in track and field in the 100 meters for them. You know,
shout out to St. Lucia.
She ran a good race. Full disclosure, I have no idea where St. Lucia is.
Really?
I couldn't point it out to you on a map. So
if we was on When the World Is Calm in San Diego, and we're on the team, I shouldn't go, Darren, what do you think?
Not if you know where it is. I mean, I feel like it's close to Jamaica somewhere.
I have a general idea. I don't know where it is either.
All right, so neither of us know.
I can't tell you where Martinique is either. Martinique or St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Or even St. Kitts. Yeah, damn it. You know, and I got a motherfucking globe inside my living room. Like a big globe spin and shit.
This might be damn, I can't think of the word that I wanted to use. But anyway, as a guy from the islands, to not know where all the rest of the Caribbean like islands are feels like a disgrace.
If I had multiple choice, if we was at like a restaurant and they had like a kids like mat in front of me and they had like the countries, I'm like, I know what Trinidad and Tobago is. I know what Jamaica is. So by process of elimination, I can probably figure out maybe 2 or 3 afterwards. Like Martinique and St. Kitts, St. Lucia, St. Thomas. I'll probably get St. Thomas. Tortola. Like all these other little places, like Like Grenada. I'll probably get Grenada. Either way, we can move
Yeah,
on
I'm
from
not
this
getting none of
point.
them shits, man. I couldn't even. I probably haven't looked at a map in so long. Like, I have an idea of where Jamaica is, but I have no idea what it looks like visually.
Yeah. Then there's like Saint Kitts. I don't
I'm
know if
gonna,
Saint Bart. No,
I'm gonna
Saint
buy a
Bart is
globe.
elsewhere.
I'm gonna buy a world map or something. I feel bad. Like I feel,
I, I have a globe in my living room.
I feel weird not knowing what Jamaica looks like on the map.
Really?
Like I couldn't
Wow.
draw a picture of Jamaica. Couldn't do it.
You know, you don't go to a lot of dance halls, do you? Like dance hall parties or reggae scenes, do you?
Not as
Nah,
much as
nah, no.
nah.
It shows. It shows. It's okay.
Listen. I know. That's why I'm like, yo, it's kind of embarrassing to admit that, like,
Wait,
you know,
you probably go to more country scenes than reggae scenes. See,
nah, that's untrue. I've been to way more reggae parties.
recently, we're not talking about like high school and college years. We're talking about like adult paying taxes years.
Oh man, I haven't been inside of a nightclub atmosphere in like fucking 4 or 5 years.
No, but you still been to a country club. I don't want to say country club.
I've been to one of those too, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Versus a reggae scene, you haven't gone to a reggae scene, so I can see why you can't draw a map of Jamaica, and that's fine. That's fine. You know what Trinidad is, though, right? Yeah, you're trying to play like your camera froze. It's off the coast of Venezuela. I'll give you that much. It's the most southern Caribbean.
yeah, I know what the flag looks like,
Yeah, see, I'm great with the flag. Oh hell yeah!
dude.
Like, show me a
I
flag, I'll
don't.
tell you the country.
I've never been to these places either, so it's like I don't even.
Okay,
You know what I
okay,
mean?
okay.
Like
I can see that
I've
part.
never been there, so I've never had like a. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm gonna learn.
All right,
I'm
but
gonna
either way, gotta put some respect on Saint Lucia
for sure.
for getting the gold medal in the 100 meters.
Yeah, man.
Put some respect on her name, but I don't have the ability of looking up her name. But it is what it is.
Alien Alfred.
Alfie?
Alfred. Hang on. I have access to the Google machine over here, so you know.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Digital. In the year 2000. Technology is a crazy ass thing. I tell you what. But either way,
Julian.
so yeah,
Julian Alfred.
Julian Alfie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So shout out.
She's your gold medal, and followed by Sha'Carri and what's her name, Melissa Jefferson, and
Okay.
took home. So they took the U.S. took silver and bronze.
All right.
So yeah, man, the Olympics has been going pretty good for us right now. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm so immersed in all the track and field. Like they're still doing gymnastics, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Oh, they got extra medals. Like I forgot about that other part.
Yeah, the individual competitions rather than the all arounds.
Oh,
Like
and
uneven bars and all
yeah,
that.
swimming's still going on too. The guy from France who's trained by Michael Phelps' old coach, just broke the Olympic 200 individual medley record that was owned by Michael Phelps. Like this French dude just came on the scene and is like swimming all the events that Phelps swam and like starting to break his records. But it's the same coaching. So this dude is just like
he's just better.
Is he the Bobby Kersey of the pool?
Well, you know what though, too, what they were saying, I didn't catch his name, but they did bring up the fact that Thompson, the Jamaican runner for the 100 meters, he's trained by this other guy that trained basically all the Jamaican females. All right. So it's like, is he the Jamaican version of Kersey in your conspiracy bubble?
My conspiracy multiverse.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like there might be one of those guys in like every kind of like this is just they're like a whole like conglomerate of
like what's his name? Dwayne Lucas, whatever his name is in horse racing.
Yeah.
He just looks like a villain.
Yeah, right. There's like these like sports evil villains, diabolical supervillains in sports that just like
Bob Baffert.
They got the method for sustained success over like 20 years. Who's Katie Ledecky's coach? She has the top 20 fastest 1,500-meter times ever.
Well, is it coaching or is it just the person themselves?
I mean, I'm sure it's a combination of that and maybe some other things. You never know.
Was it Michael Jordan, or was it the system that Tex Winners and Phil Jackson had?
Yeah, but basketball is a team sport. So when you
but there's still a coach. Sports, but there's still a coach. There's still a coach, but the individual shined in the individual's moment.
Well, but the conspiracy theory is that maybe they have some help.
Help, air quotes.
Is it the creams or is it the coaching?
The topicals, or the schematicals. The schematicals.
And I mean, I hope it's not. I hope we're just like privileged to see, like, and blessed to see as many like elite athletes that we've had the opportunity to see in our lifetimes. But at the same time, when you start to like connect the dots, sometimes all the dots have a common origin dot.
Well, okay, so I'll say this. If you're an Olympian, you know what it takes to get to the podium, especially if you won gold multiple times. It's not just your training, it's how to deal with the media. It's how to deal with your family and the travel. It's how to deal with the little obligations that you might have where you got to go and sign autographs and do, all that kind of stuff. With that level of knowledge, as you become a coach, you know a lot of blind spots that somebody that never been there but is good with the technical shit. So you could become a better coach and instill things like, okay, well, look, you got to talk to me because these are things that might happen. Tell me how you feel. I can help you out with this. So as they go through the stages of it all, because some things with some of these athletes, like I said online, is that they don't even have sponsorship to get to the game. So yeah, they have to depend on their family because some of these countries aren't really putting up a lot of money. Let's be honest. For their athletes.
America's only paying like $37,000 for gold medals. Like if you win the gold medal, that's trash money, man. Like
no, but it's not just that. But say if you're on that kayaking team, right? Where's your sponsorship? Like who is paying you to fly there? Who's paying for like your
their own shit? Or they having fundraisers and steak fries and shit.
Exactly.
A majority of Olympic sports are not. They don't have a professional league. So this is the only time that some of these sports even get to shine up at all. And so, it's important that, they got to be compensated better than, but then there's some countries that don't give you any money. And
that's my point.
And then there's some countries that just give you like a house. Like I saw it was like it was either Korea. It was one of those like weird, like small countries that like, if you win the gold, you get a 3-bedroom apartment. If you win the silver, you get a 2-bedroom.
But the thing is even getting there.
Oh yeah,
getting there in the first place. Really no support unless like you have a GoFundMe or OnlyFans page or like you just got money like that. Because like if there was like an Olympic darts, where you getting sponsorship from? Bear nuts?
Like, hey, wherever you could get the sponsorships from.
Guinness, like neon lights, like.
Yo,
whoever you can get sponsorship from, like, yeah, as I'm
yo,
in playing darts, I like to look at the neon lights because that's what keeps me on target. Like, you got to do some strange shit to get the change to get to the Olympics. But then after you win, like, the support is different from the celebration, is basically my point. You know,
I
like,
mean, I don't know how we got here because I was talking about coaches who might be using creams
and that's what
to have
that was my point, is
all
like,
the sustained success.
some coaches know how to coach up those blindside situations outside of the creams and topicals.
Oh, I'm sure every coach does. You know what I mean? But I'm just when you look at like the
Mm-hmm.
family trees of sustained success, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the or like super eliteness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those stories don't end well. So I'm having optimism that
Okay.
this is not the case, but conspiracy brain, leaks in. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
And
ooh, well, what if?
in a sense, I think that's what I was doing, was trying to dispel it, because it might look like that, but because these coaches have such,
Here's the
like,
thing, though.
well experience on multiple levels, it makes it more seamless for the athlete to just be an
Seamless to
athlete.
be like genetics and just like athletic prowess, and then
Mm-hmm.
great workout planning and conditioning and planning. Like,
Mm-hmm.
lots of people can become elite athletes, but when you have the level of dominance that some of these athletes have had over
Okay.
their peers who have the same resources that they have, sometimes better resources than they have, and they still aren't getting the results.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Lance Armstrong won every American race without drugs.
Well,
Listen, without drugs. He says it in his documentary. It wasn't until he went to the Tour de France and couldn't figure out how all these guys were being able to sustain that amount of like endurance.
mm,
He knew he
okay.
was the most gifted rider, but he couldn't. He had to, you know what I mean, take it to that next level to be able to have that level.
Just
And then it's like putting nitrous on a fucking Corvette.
so basically, you're saying that the Italian boxer watched that documentary. It was like, nah, that person is. They just can't be better than me. I'm doing it clean. They're doing something. So, it's something about that other person.
I mean, you never know, man. You never know. But
Eh, okay.
in other news,
Yes.
the NFL Hot 100, not, I always call it the Hot 100, the NFL 100 best players list came out. Did you see it?
No, I don't see it.
Uh,
So I'm gonna do this kind of cool, because I know pre-game you did tell me who number one was, which was kind of surprising to me. Then you said that there was only like two quarterbacks that made like top 10, I think it was.
Only two quarterbacks in the top 10.
And are these current players?
Yeah, the list gets done every year. So, like, just to
Okay,
give
okay.
the listeners and the viewers, every year the NFL players vote on the top 100 players in the NFL, and then that list gets put out.
All right.
So,
So quarterback, why? Oh, wait. Should I say the quarterbacks and you'll tell me their ranking?
who do you what quarterbacks do you think made the list? So
Mahomes.
before you do that though,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the 100th best player in the NFL,
All right.
Zaire Franklin, outside linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts. He was
Okay.
the 235th overall pick in the 2018 draft. So he was number 100.
Okay. All right. All right. I don't think I could pick him as an individual in fantasy football, but okay.
Man, I don't even think I've ever heard of him, to be honest. But then we
At
move
least you
into
pronounced his name correctly, though. That's a
hey,
bonus.
you know what? You're right.
Take
So
the victory where you can.
Who do you think? Who do you think the two QBs are?
All right, Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Keep it very simple.
You would be correct.
Bang.
Mahomes
All right, so
Lamar
wait,
Jackson.
now, so Mahomes is probably ranked higher than than Jackson. Then Jackson will probably be like between 8 and 10, and Mahomes will probably be between 3 and 5.
All right, let's take a look.
All right.
For those who want to know, C.J. Stroud came in at number 20.
Okay.
Roquan Smith, 19. Justin Jefferson, 18. Micah Parsons, 17. Dak Prescott, 16.
Really?
Jalen Hurts, 15. George Kittle, 14. C.D. Lamb, 13. Josh Allen at 12. Fred Warner at 11.
Fred Warner?
Yeah.
Linebacker?
Yep.
Okay.
NFL Hall of Fame was this weekend, too. I didn't watch the induction, though.
All right.
At number 10, this is 10-1. So you said Lamar Jackson would be like 8 to 10, and Mahomes would be in the top 3.
Yeah, 3 to 5. Top 5.
Top 5. All right, here we go. Number 10, Max Crosby.
Wow.
10.
Linebacker.
Number 9, Travis Kelce.
Title.
Swift. Travis Kelce - Swift.
Oh, yeah. He got to take her last name. Okay.
Number 8, TJ Watt.
Wow. Okay. Injured a lot.
Number 7, Trent Williams.
Offensive lineman.
Number 6, Chris Jones. Defensive end for the Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Number 5, Myles Garrett.
Linebacker.
Number 4, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, okay. So Mahomes was within the top. Wait, where was Lamar Jackson?
Number 3, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, snap.
Number 2, Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
And
he got voted over.
Number 1 is Tyreek Hill.
And this
which
is
was the most surprising to me. This is voted on by the players. I'm not sure exactly when they vote on it, but they could have voted on it when Tyreek Hill was blazing the entire league.
Apparently, they didn't look at his summer camp where he was getting burnt,
right?
Trying to play DB.
I'm okay with this list. I'm okay with Lamar. I mean,
Lamar Jackson number 2. Wow, that's spicy.
Yeah. I mean, that's how the players feel. Maybe they're just sick of Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like, fuck this guy. Can't have everything.
Well, the thing,
because they voted on by the players, it could be some hate. It could be some hate on the list.
Well, my take on Mahomes is that the same way that they kind of have the narrative with LeBron is he needs better receivers, right? How LeBron always needs better players, right? But the thing with Mahomes is how many other players have he made better? Because if anything, Tyreek Hill has gotten better leaving Mahomes. Like Kelce will still be Kelce without Mahomes. But Mahomes needs those guys, to be very honest. Like Tom Brady spun gold like out of hate. Like he had Edelman, he had Welker, he had a bunch of like castaways that he made into like fringe Hall of Famers. Like granted, he had Randy Moss, but he also had Deion Branch. Like look at the receivers that he made with being Tom Brady. All right.
So it sounds
that's
like
the difference with
you would have voted for Mahomes to be like 10th.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. A little bit of hate there. I'm mad that
no, there's no hate. He doesn't play in my division. Like he doesn't play in the Steelers or the Giants division. It's just real talk. Like when you really start peeling back on it, yes, he can run. Yes, he can throw. Right? Yes, he could do sidearm. Yes, he could do no looks. Yes, he could do those things. I recognize it. But name a receiver that he had actually made from scratch. Tyreek Hill is number one. So that goes out the window. Right, Kelsey is still up there. Wait. Slash Swift. Let me put some respect on his name.
Oh, Kelsey Swift.
Yeah, Kelsey Swift. Yeah, I gotta put some respect on his name.
I'm mad that there are no Lions in the top 20.
Mm.
Penei Sewell's at 22, and Amon-Ra St. Brown at
Where's
23.
Where's the first Lion?
22.
22. It's not bad. Well, I got Watt at 7 for a Steeler. There's no giant sniffing that list because Saquon is not a giant.
I haven't seen it.
That one is hurtful.
Debo was number 30.
Okay. He was in that receiver show.
Yeah, it's a pretty. I'm okay with it for the most part. Like I feel like it's. I feel like maybe Amon-Ra could have been like in the top 20, but
yeah. But it's voted on by players, and he's not that kind of a flashy kind of guy. So
yeah,
I can see that.
But
I can see it. So.
But yeah, so now we gonna move into the top 5. It's top 5 time.
Go from the top 100 and break it down to the top 5.
To the top 5.
Top it down. I really get my top 5 dance songs.
Hey, listen. So, this week our top 5 is the top 5 sports that you would want to see added to the Olympics.
Yes,
as Olympic sports.
All right. So let's see how we're doing this. You went first last week, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go first this week. I had to dip in, and I'm not gonna have long explanation as I did with last week in the video games. That one was a little bit comprehensive, but this one is gonna be simple. So my top 5 sports that I would like to see in the Olympics, I'll go number 5, drone racing. Drone racing is in the World Games that's going to be taking place next year, 2025. But drone racing is something I like to see. Number 4, I'll go with one that used to be in the Olympics, got outlawed or banned or whatever you want to call it, but tug of war is my number 4. Number 3, I'll go with billiards. Just because different, right? You get the little smoky vibes of it all, and see, I was watching it on TV the other day, and I thought I was watching the Olympics, but it wasn't. It was just one of those little network channels I've got. Either way. Number 2, darts. I brought up darts earlier. Darts is a very interesting sport when you watch it, especially internationally. That aside, number 1 is a sport that hardly anybody knows about, is teak ball. Teqball. Teak ball. It's a combination of volleyball, not really volleyball, but table tennis and soccer, where you have to kick the ball or head the ball over the net. You get 3 touches, but you can't use a body part consecutively. So you can't knee the ball with your right knee twice. That's a foul. But either way, teak ball is played internationally. I've sent you clips. Great sport. I want to see that in the Olympics. So that's my top 5.
Word. That's a dope top 5.
Right.
Darts. I want to go to a World Dart Championship because I watched it on TV, and it looks like the most electric shit I've ever seen in my life. Like it'd be like 15,000 people in the dart joint cheering like it's a soccer game. The announcer's fucking energy is crazy.
Yo, for real.
The announcer's energy is so crazy, and the crowd just be going wild as fuck. If you get a chance, just go watch some dart, like just YouTube Dart League Championships, cause yeah, But anyway, let me get
This
into
shit is bugged out.
my top 5 sports that I would love to see in the Olympics. Um, First one, wiffle ball. There's a
Woof.
lot of wiffle ball leagues popping up around. Um, some of the ways that the things you could do with a wiffle ball from a pitching perspective, I think it would be pretty dope to see. Small team, you know what I mean? Like wiffle ball teams is only like 4 people anyway. So, but first I guess they gotta be like some large scale wiffle ball leagues. I only see a couple of them here and there. But anyway, going backwards, the next one would be pool.
Number 4.
Yeah. So pool.
Billiards.
Billiards, pool. I had that on my list too. And then, I'm a huge fan of the backyard sports. So 3 on my list is cornhole. Olympic cornhole could be crazy. I feel like it would be on that same vibe with like curling, but just like in the spring,
Okay.
or the summer. Right behind that is bocce ball.
Ooh.
Olympic bocce would be crazy. It'd just be like little teams of Italian dudes and shit. Everybody's wearing loafers and
jumpsuits.
But I like bocce ball. It's one of my favorite things to play from a backyard sports perspective. And then number one used to be an Olympic sport. It took it away. Bowling. Love to see bowling come back as an Olympic sport. I think it would be pretty dope. And my honorable mention, it would be horseshoes. I think Olympic horseshoes would be crazy.
A game of horseshoes. Well, you know what though? In the next Olympic, I just heard that they're gonna have flag football, because I have flag football as my number 3, and I just remembered. I was like, oh shit, no, that's gonna be in the next Olympic.
Oh yeah,
when it's in LA. So flag football is kind of an honorable mention, but it is going to be in the Olympics. So
I just want to know: are we sending pros? Like, how do we decide who we're sending to the flag football? Because there's mad flag football leagues all over the place. So is there going to be like an open tryout, or are they just going to be like, all right, Lamar and Justin Jefferson and Travis Kelce Smith,
Swift. See, but then that's weird, because then the thing is with the 3-on-3 basketball, it's not NBA. Well, not really NBA players, but I found out that Jimmer Fredette
was on that team.
Yeah, but he's not really an NBA player.
He didn't play
in the M. He did. He doesn't actively play in the league. He's been in the G League. I know he's been in the Knicks organization, like toiling away for quite a while. I don't know if we have his rights anymore, but still, Jimmer Fredette is the only honorable mention. There's no NBA players on that 3-on-3 squad.
They lost 2. They're not even going to be able to win a medal. They got whooped by like Serbia or something.
You know what? Too, I've said that how Snoop Dogg has been like the unofficial mascot for America for the Olympics, which is actually pretty dope, because the next Olympics is going to be in LA, so it will behoove him to keep up the good work. Right, but then also how Flavor Flav, and that Flavor Flav, whatchamacallit, picking up on the girls' water polo team. But it's like, Ice Cube should be a part of that Big 3 team. He should be the one, and coaching and picking the teams and shit like that for the Big 3. Like, I want to see more.
I'd love to see that, but USA basketball is beholden to the NBA, and the NBA is not about the Big 3 right now. You know what I mean? It makes the most sense. Ice Cube was like, I'll challenge the gold medal winner for the 3-on-3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He should just start building those leagues everywhere, and then they won't be able to just like international 3-on-3 leagues, like Big 3 leagues.
Yeah, because even though we talked about homeboy from Turkey, what was it, Turkey? All right. If anything, American shooting team, as much as they're big on their second right amendments, really came in last. Like, come on, man. America came in last in shooting. So
Yeah, but we came in.
they
We
might
came in
need some
first,
sponsorships from some real Compton G's.
but we came in first in 100 meters, and that's all that matters. You
Yeah,
know,
that's probably why
man.
we didn't broadcast the shooting competition because we came in dead last.
Yeah, probably. But shit, that's gonna do it for another episode of Caveman and Iron Monkey talking sports. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you
Yep.
follow us on all the socials. Check us out. Go to the YouTube channel, Cave World Entertainment TV. Hit that like and subscribe. Smash that bell as well. And be on the lookout for new episodes every Sunday night. We recap the week in sports, only how we can do it. And we out.
Cornhole and wiffle ball.